वो लास्ट टाइम किसी ने बोला था कि वो उल्टा दिख रहा है, उल्टा
लिंक भेज गया ना
की रहती पब्लिक की।
अरे वो लिंक बोल रहा है अटेंडेंस की
वो हाँ
So earlier viewers will get the chance to do it. So we'll sing this song today. This song is about Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and other devotees. We'll sing this. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Daya Karo More Tumabina Keda Yadu Jagat Samsare श्री नाम संकीर्तन की
जय।
We can go.
जय।
Okay, so we'll begin with prayers. Please repeat. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
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 Om Ajnanatimirandasya.
Om Ajnanatimirandasya.
Jnananjana Shalakaya.
Jnananjana Shalakaya.
Chakshurunmilitam yena.
Chakshurunmilitam yena.
Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha.
Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha.
Namo Om Vishnupadaya.
Namo Vishnupadaya.
Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale.
Krishna Prishthaya Bhutale.
Srimate Bhakti Vedanta.
Srimate Bhakti Vedanta.
Swami Niti Namine.
Swami Niti Namine.
Namaste Saraswate Deve.
Namaste Saraswate Deve.
Gauravani Pracharine.
Gauravani Pracharine.
Nirvishesha Shunyavadi.
Nirvishesha Shunyavadi.
Paschatya Desha Tarine.
Paschatya Desha Tarine.
Namo Mahavadanyaya.
Namo Mahavadanyaya.
Krishna Prema Pradayate.
Krishna Prema Pradayate.
Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya.
Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya.
Namane Gauratushe Namaha.
Namine Gauratushe Namaha.
He Krishna Karuna Sindhu.
He Krishna Karuna Sindhu.
Dina Bandhu Jagatpate.
Dena Bandhu Jagatpate.
Gopesha Gopika Kanta.
Gopesha Gopika Kanta.
Radha Kanta Namostute.
Radha Kanta Namostute.
Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi.
Saptakanchana Gaurangi.
Radhe Vrindavaneshwari.
Radhe Vrindavaneshwari.
Vrishabhanu Sute Devi.
Vrishabhanu Sute Devi.
Pranamami Hari Priye.
Pranamami Hari Priye.
Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha.
Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha.
Kripa Sindhubheva
Kripa Sindhubheva cha.
Patitanam Pavanebhyo.
Patitanam Pavanebhyo.
Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah.
Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah.
Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya.
Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya.
Prabhu Nityananda.
Prabhu Nityananda.
Shri Advaita Gadadha.
Shri Advaita Gadadhar.
Shrivas Adi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda.
Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda.
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna.
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare.
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare.
Hare Rama Hare Rama.
Hare Rama Hare Rama.
Rama Rama Hare Hare.
Rama Rama Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Do two things. Turn on fan, slow speed only, and bring some water and keep it having. So welcome. Can come forward. People. hopefully people will arrive. So they will. Okay. So welcome in our level 3 plus 4 combined class. So you are from level? 4. Acha, 4. So these are college boys from CMRIT. They are also in level 2, kind of level 2, in their sessions also. So they are continuing. So today we are continuing our series. So today's topic is about divine and demoniac qualities. So from Bhagavad Gita, we will see what are different qualities which Krishna mentions, which are divine as well as which are demoniac. So we'll focus more on divine qualities and you mention also divine qualities. So before starting our session, we will like to dedicate our presentation to His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada, because of whom only we are able to know like what is divine quality, what is demonic quality, and like he made us understand that we are demonic. Well, our qualities currently are demonic and we need to change. Because naturally in this world, if you ask anyone what do you think about yourself? Are you a good person, bad person? So naturally he may say something else, but in his heart he thinks that I am a very nice person, very good person. I am a spiritualist. So sometimes like Karthik Guru was mentioning, like in his college days, there was some introduction program of first year students. And there were some leaders and something, so they were introducing themselves on stage, something. So every one of them is mentioning, I am doing this, I am doing this. At the end, they are writing, I am also a spiritual person. I am also in these kind of areas. But if we try to analyze their activities, then we'll find that they're like, in the name only, they are calling themselves as spiritual. But the qualities that a spiritualist should have, that those they are lacking. So it is very important to know like what are the qualities we are pursuing. We are spiritualists and like we should be endeavoring for some qualities. And these qualities should develop automatically. They actually develop automatically. When we practice bhakti, chant the names of God, do different angas of bhakti, shravanam, kirtanam, so these qualities automatically develop. So if these qualities are not developing, that means that our focus on chanting, or like we are not chanting properly, or we are not following the process properly. So this is like kind of a test for us also. Like how are we progressing? We can see like how we are developing these qualities. So sometimes like outside people say like I am very good, but devotees say, what do they say? If you ask devotee what are the qualities that you are having, what do they say? He will say like I am the most sinful person, and I have so much bad qualities. And if you analyze, if you can read my mind, then you will come to know. Outside you are saying I'm very dhoti kurta, but inside only if you can read, then you will come to know like I am always thinking, like I am never thinking of Krishna, always forgetting about Krishna. Devotees will say like that. So this is a situation. So we'll deal with this topic today. Divine and divine qualities. So let's discuss first about divine qualities. So these are discussed by Krishna specifically in the 16th chapter. So that 16th chapter starts only with this. So read this verse. Avayam sattva samshuddhir
अभयं सत्त्व संशुद्धि
ज्ञान योगा व्यवस्थिति
ज्ञान योगा व्यवस्थिति
दानं दमश्च यज्ञश्च
दानं दमश्च यज्ञश्च
स्वाध्यायस्तप अर्जवम्
स्वाध्याय सपार्जवम्
अहिंसा सत्यम अक्रोध
अहिंसा सत्यम अक्रोध
त्यागा शांतिर अपैशुनम
त्यागा शान्तिर् अपैशुनम्
दया भूतेषु अलोलुप्त्वम्
दया भूतेषु अलोलुप्त्वम्
मार्दवम् ह्रीर् अचापलम्
माधवम् ह्रीरचापलम्
तेजा क्षमा धृति शौचम्
तेजा क्षमा धृतिः शौचम्
भवन्ति सम्पदम् दैवीम्
भवन्ति सम्पदं दैवीम्
अभिजातस्य भारतः
अभिजातस्य भारत
This are droplets again. भवन्ति सम्पदम् दैवीम्
भवन्ति सम्पदं दैवीम्
अभिजातस्य भारतः.
अभिजातस्य भारत.
Let's read the translation. Some of you.
The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, fearlessness, purification of one's existence, cultivation of spiritual knowledge, charity, self-control, performance of sacrifice, Study of the Vedas, austerity, simplicity, non-violence, truthfulness, freedom from anger, renunciation, tranquility, aversion of fault
Aversion to
finding,
what?
aversion to fault finding, compassion for all living entities, freedom from
Covetous.
covetousness, gentleness, modesty, steady determination, vigor, forgiveness, fortitude, cleanliness, and freedom from envy, and from the passion of honor. These transcendental qualities, O son of Bharata, belong to godly man endowed with divine nature.
तो बताइए आप में how many qualities you all possess? All of them? 50%? Okay, so we'll discuss some of these qualities in our class today. So let's see them one by one. So we'll focus on these qualities, not all, in interest of time. So first we need to understand like what is the difference between divine and demonic qualities. What quality, how we call a quality as divine and something as demonic. What do you think? If I say like this is a divine person and this is a demonic person, on what basis I am saying that?
Based on Shastra,
Based on Shastra, okay.
The activity which is related to the Krishna.
Uh-huh. So the one who is after Krishna, then we say okay. And any other answer?
the outcome of that quality,
Outcome of quality should be
like it should not be for a self enjoyment or something. It should be like in service of Krishna.
okay. So he should be a devotee. We meant to say. So actually the difference is that divine means that one who obeys the God laws of God, and laws of God are where mentioned in the Shastra, the scriptures they are mentioned. And the opposite is divine. Divine like they don't pay any regard to scriptures. So like why God has given us scriptures? God has given us scriptures like these are the laws made for you to live in this world. For example, in anywhere laws are there, like in traffic, the laws are there. Na? Like in India, you have to go to the left hand side of the road and like, right side. Traffic lights are there. So those laws are there because those will benefit us. If you don't follow law, you only will be like in trouble. You may feel accident. Or if no one follows laws, then everyone will go everywhere like traffic jam everywhere. So these laws are given by God, and those who follow these laws, they are termed to be divine. Just like a citizen is there, normal citizen is there. If he follows the laws of the government, he will known as a good citizen. If he disregards the laws of government, then he will called as bad citizen, and then criminal. Criminal. He will criminal. Criminal go for then he will put in punishment. Similarly, these are difference, and one other difference is that those who are divine in nature, they take the shelter of the Lord. So we can decide who is divine or demonic by seeing like whose shelter they are taking. So if a person is taking shelter of God in any activity that he does, for example, he is studying. So he is studying, he is thinking that I am doing this activity of studying, but the results are not in my hand. I am depending on the Lord. I will put my endeavor, but I am depending on the Lord for actually grasping this knowledge. Because Lord says that I am sitting in the heart, from me only comes the remembrance and forgetfulness. So then he thinks that any activity that I do, I am dependent on the Lord. But the demoniac thinks otherwise. They think that I have power to do these things and it is dependent on me. So he is not taking shelter of God. That I am I am a self-made man, I am self-made man, करके दिखाऊंगा अपने बल पे. Like that. So those are demonic characters. And they say that why do we need God? The scientists, some scientists say that modern scientists that like there's no need of God. Why do you in Christian religion they ask God for bread? Na? Oh God, please give us daily bread. So the scientists say that there is no need for asking God to bread. We have made revolutions in agriculture, green revolution, that revolution. So we are the ones who are providing the food. They say like that. So these are atheistic class of men, the demonic. So like we see in Samudra Manthan Leela, you know Samudra Manthan? In which demons and devatas they join together to churn the ocean. So from there came many elements, that is different thing. But important point here is that in that pastime you will find that any trouble happened, that devotees, the devatas are always taking shelter of the Lord. From the starting till the end. Starting only they approach the Lord, okay, Lord, what to do? We are not so powerful, the demons are so powerful, what to do? So then they approach the Lord, said, okay, we'll do some of the manthan and that nectar will come, you will get the nectar. So, but you have to cooperate with demons. Now, if you have to cooperate with your enemy, and someone says, like, go to your enemy and ask them, please join us. So then you will not, but Devtas are ready because Lord Vishnu has said that do this, so they are following. So they are taking shelter of the Lord. No matter what happens, we are following the orders of Lord. And then during the episode also, like in the beginning when they the rope, Vasuki snake was there. It's a very big snake, so which was wrapped around the mountain. So the devatas and demons, they were deciding on which side they had to go. So the asuras, they said that okay, we will take the head side. So they were on the tail side. They revolted. Why are on the tail side? हमको मतलब कोई कम है क्या किसी से? I want to go on the head side. हमको पूंछ पकड़ा दिया हमको. We are given the tail of the snake. What is this? So then Lord said, okay, Lord said, okay, no problem. You take this side. So then they exchanged it and they started churning. And when churning started, because the heat of the churning, the snake was spitting fire from his mouth. So all the asuras, they were all blackened, big smoke was coming and their all faces were black. So because they didn't follow, and because the demigods were very surrendered, Lord said go that side, they went that side, no problem, we are on the tail side. So these are the qualities. Also in Vedic times, we used to see that people were naturally very surrendered and divine. Why? Because they used to understand that we are dependent on the Lord. Because the main occupation of people in Vedic was agriculture. And agriculture is a field in which you are dependent on higher powers, like rain. So they used to perform yajnas and different things. So they are always in the prayerful mode, okay, rain will come, rain is supplied by God, then only we can prosper. Like that. Krishna also told in Govardhan Leela to Brajavasis when they were going to perform yajna for Indra, but he said that no, don't perform it for Govardhan Leela because from Govardhan Leela only we are getting grass and our cows are feeding on the grass, all of that thing. So they were naturally very submissive and surrendered. They are having divine qualities. So when we don't have surrender to God, when we don't take shelter of God, then naturally the demoniac qualities develop. How can we say that? Someone says that I am not surrendered to God, but I am not demoniac, I am a good person. Is it possible? Why do we say like this? If you don't surrender to God, then naturally demonic qualities will develop. Why?
Everything belongs to
Mhm.
God creation.
Mhm.
So we'll be thankful.
This point is there. So when we don't understand that everything belongs to God, then we think that everything belongs to me and it is for my enjoyment. Then this exploitative mentality comes. I want to enjoy this no matter other person thinks what, and I will take that. I will anything I will do because there is no God, there is no one seeing, there is no one watching. I will do whatever I like. So the exploitative mentality increases, and slowly other demonic qualities develop. And for example, Ravana was there. Nowadays people glorify Ravana. Yeah, he was a good person. He was a Brahmana and this and that. And see, he didn't force Sita to marry and this and that. They say like that, na? But problem is that they don't understand why it is all that. Because one time what happened, that Ravana had raped a heavenly damsel, and there he got a curse. The next time if you try to forcefully unite with any woman, then you will die at that moment. So therefore he was fearful. Not that he is a very upright person, only after marriage I will this and that. So this is not the case. So people think like that. And other examples in COVID time, you used to see in COVID time all the rivers were very clean, and the atmosphere also very clean. So in my hometown in UP, so from my city I could see the Himalayas, the hill range I can see, which was never visible. In those days only we could see there are mountains there, some 500 kilometers away there are mountains. We never used to know that because the atmosphere was very clean. So you see that these demonic qualities are there when atheistic population is there. Naturally they try to usurp and exploit nature. So that is the difference. Next is, so on whom we are dependent, that decides. So first is following Shastras, and second is on whom we are dependent, whom shelter we are taking. So let's go to the first quality. First quality is of study of Vedic scriptures. So in study of Vedic scriptures, so why do we study scriptures? Why is there need to study scripture?
To know about that.
To know about life, to know about God. So in scriptures only, God has tell how to live life. So just like for example, we give that user manual is there. So if a machine is given, how to utilize that machine, how not to utilize the machine, everything is given in that user manual, how what buttons to click. Similarly, God gives his instructions in the form of the scriptures. And if we follow that instruction, then we can utilize this life that we have been given, the human form of life properly. Otherwise, we can try ये button दबा, we can try different things. It may work, it may not work. Most of the time, it will never work. But if we read properly, this button, washing machine, you press this button, then that thing will happen. This press this button, that thing will happen. And also, it is practice like Swadhyaya. There was it was Swadhyaya. So Swadhyaya means self-study. So in different varnas, like the varna system, the first phase of life was known as brahmachari life. Then grahastha, like those varnas were there. So the dharma of brahmachari used to be swadhyaya. His dharma is to study scriptures under the guidance of spiritual master. So right now also we are in that phase. We are not married. We are in phase of student life only, kind of student life. So our dharma is also like that only. That we have to read shastras properly. And if we read shastra regularly, what do we get? So we get to this knowledge that everyone should know like how God is great. Then we get to know like what is the position of living entity. So this is known as sambandha gyan. Sambandha gyan, you understand? Sambandha means our relationship. So we get knowledge of a relationship that we are meant to serve God. Like people nowadays don't even know like who are we, what we are supposed to do. What are the benefits of reading scriptures? So first is it sharpens our intelligence. Sharpens intelligence मतलब क्या? Intelligence sharp. What does it mean? Consciousness. Okay. So intelligence sharpness means that we get to know how to discriminate between what is right and what is wrong. So for example, like nowadays, like many youth or even in like foreign countries, if you see like many ISKCON devotees in foreign, they are telling that like they even never used to know that meat eating is sinful because they were told that meat comes from market, like a kurkure or something like toffee kharid meat kharid. So, but then they came to know how is it sinful and it will create a very bad future for them. So that intelligence, how we get? We get that intelligence through devotees or through shastras. So other example is that these 4 regulative principles, those we have like no meat eating, no intoxication, no gambling, no illicit sex. So how do we get to know that these are sinful? Why do you think these are sinful? Why to avoid these things? Why to not eat meat? Why shouldn't we eat meat? It is a nice food stuff. People are cooking nicely in fire and masalas, tandoori.
It is not meant for human consumption.
It is not meant for human consumption. And why it is sinful?
Because it's tamasic.
It is tamasic and
For our enjoyment, we are suffering other.
that is one of the main point. Like for our sake, we are harming someone else. We are killing someone else. So that is why it is sinful. Why gambling is sinful? Okay, meat eating is a little easier to understand. More difficult to understand is how illicit sex is sinful, how gambling is sinful. Because gambling is my money, na? I am not harming anyone else. My money I will spend. I will. What's the problem? Why is it sinful? Why gambling, illicit sex, these are sinful?
That is creates the addiction. If someone is addiction with the material thing, they
Addiction is there for me, na? I will suffer.
they could not follow the God. Like whenever we take Krishna said, if you remember, you God achieve me. If they addicted to something, they again.
So that is on a spiritual platform. So there is a disadvantage on spiritual platform if we do those activities. But there is also a disadvantage on other platform also. Like for example, illicit sex. So nowadays people don't understand like pornography or masturbation is not good. They feel that it is okay, and it is also propaganda is there in Bollywood and the, the culture today that it is okay, like everyone does, we have to do also like this. So problem is that we are destroying our life on various levels. Physical level, our health is getting destroyed. We are committing these activities because that the semen that we get generate in our body is, it is said in Ayurveda, it gets generated after 40 drops of blood creates 1 drop of semen, and that fluid is very much essential for development of brain. But if we simply waste that, then like all of our body energy goes in. If you see like people who indulge in those kind of activities so much, they are always dull. Nothing to do in life. Like mentally also it causes problem because we are so much addicted. Addiction you were telling. So we are so much addicted to getting fast pleasure. The things that require long endeavor, we don't push forward for that. For example, studying or like doing work, these are like long-term endeavor, na? Or preparing for JEE, some exam. These are long-term endeavor. But if the mind gets something which quick enjoyment, like YouTube shorts, quick enjoyment otherwise. So no one will watch 1 hour tutorial on something, 1 minute some two shorts will watch. So on mental level, on spiritual level also, like whenever someone is doing these activities, his spiritual life is also destroyed. Why? Because Krishna says, let's recite this first. So this comes in verse number 2.44. Where is my arrow? Okay, wait a minute, I will just turn this on. No, okay, let's say this. So this is in Gita, verse 2.44. Let's say, Bhog Aishwarya Prasakta Nam Daya Pahita Chetsa Vyavasayatmika Buddhi Samadhavana Vidhiyate. The translation goes like, in the minds of those who are too attached to sense enjoyment and material opulence and who are bewildered by such things, the resolute determination for devotional service to the Supreme Lord does not take place. So, Bhog Aishwarya Prasaktana, those who are asakt to the Bhog and Aishwarya, for them, their Vyavasayatmika Buddhi and Samadho does not take place. Like one pointed focus, resolute determination for devotional service does not take place. Those who are addicted towards Bhog and Aishwarya. So, and one more verse comes, which goes like this, which is about sense pleasure or sense objects. So it says that an intelligent person does not take part in the sources of misery which are due to contact with material senses. O son of Kunti, such pleasures have a beginning and an end, so the wise man does not delight in them. So Krishna is clearly saying, like if we are committing those activities, like these activities like gambling, intoxication, it may not harming other person, but it is harming ourselves. Equally important not to harm others, but equally important is to not harm ourselves also. So if we are harming ourselves, we are denying ourselves an opportunity for doing bhakti. Because bhakti requires us to surrender our enjoying mentality. We have the enjoyment, sab kuch mere liye hai. But bhakti is opposite. Bhakti is that I am doing any work I am doing is for the pleasure of the Lord. So that consciousness is, if it does not come, then that's a problem. So this discrimination, this intelligence we get by reading Shastras. Next is it cleanses our consciousness. Consciousness means our thought process. So our consciousness is like these shlokas and the chanting that we do, even the reading of scriptures, even if someone doesn't understand, just he recites the Sanskrit shlokas, then also these verses are so much purifying that this consciousness slowly will change. Next is it gives us better clarity in life. So some people like don't have what to do in life, clarity. So what kind of clarity we get by reading scriptures? We get clarity that we are servant of Krishna and we are meant to do service to him. So when and other things we align it towards that, how things will help us. So for example, any decision we have to make, like some decision came in our life. So on what basis we make that decision? So devotees make a decision like if two choices are there, which choice will take me closer to Krishna? So that they are very clear. हाँ, ये करना है. Why I will do this activity? Because this activity I will be closer to devotees. I will remain in association. I will be able to chant my rounds. So I will make this choice. Otherwise, I will not make this choice. But other people, they are chasing after their own dreams. So हाँ, I will make the choice in which I will get closer to my girlfriend, or I will get better package, or some enjoyment I will get like that. Next is it keeps us stable in all phases of life. So when we are reading scriptures, we understand who we are, what we are supposed to do. So any problem that comes, we are able to cope up with that problem. Otherwise, like in today's world is very difficult. Right now we are seeing like in colleges, like even in like corporate level, when someone committed suicide recently. Someone in
Heart attack.
huh?
Heart attack.
Heart attack.
Yeah.
Heart attack. But someone committed suicide. That NEET topper, someone topper was there. Some Sardar was there. So photo came na. So he was a topper, all India topper, and he committed suicide. So like his friends were saying, we don't know like why he committed suicide. Everything was going right. So this is the problem. Whenever we don't have some stable platform on which we can work upon, then like we are always shaking. So this material platform is always like not a stable platform. Material platform means like if I have this commodity, if I have this man upman, like if I have this recognition in the world, if I have certain position in the world, then I am good. But as soon as that position goes off, my commodities, my belongings, my opulence goes off, then the person feels like why to live? If someone rejects us, no one is loving me, my parents are also not loving me, like my friends are also not loving me. So person feels like why to even live my life? But a person who is a devotee, even in worst of the situation, he thinks that these problems are coming because it is my own karma. I have done something bad in my this life or past life. Therefore, some bad reactions is coming. And Lord is so merciful that He is trying to teach me through this, and He is trying to make me go closer to Him. So that is a conscious beauty. So even in vipatti, even in bad situations, He takes the shelter of the Lord. And even in good situation, He also does not mast life hai, ab to acha package aa gaya, maze karna. Not like that. Even in good situation, He is always grateful to the Lord. So for example, when Parikshit Maharaj was cursed that he will die in 7 days by the bite of snake. So then he immediately what did he do? He said that this is very good opportunity because whole life, my life as a king, I have so many duties, this and that. But because of this curse, I will be able to fully focus on Krishna now. I will go to Ganges and hear Bhagavatam, hear from the devotees of the Lord about Krishna. So he took the curse as a boon. It was like curse from the other log ke jeevan khatam. But for him, like it was a very great thing. Stability. Next is that it helps us to give good guidance to our subordinate. Like right now you are in level 3, 4, and when you go back, you will find a lot of newcomers coming. And they can ask you questions, हाँ बताइए क्या है ये ऐसा क्यों किया भगवान ने ऐसा ऐसा. So then what you will answer? If you have not yourself studied properly, what you will answer? So there are two kinds of guidance. One is material guidance, spiritual guidance. So material guidance means you will tell from your own experience. हाँ मतलब ऐसा होता है, मतलब हाँ नींद आता है chanting में लेकिन हाँ कर लो कोई बात नहीं, like that. But spiritual guidance means we are telling what is there in the scripture. So that is the way we are guiding people properly. Not that our own experience, we are adding our own mental speculation in between and serving to other people. This is how bhakti is. We tell what Krishna has told. This is what Prabhupada is saying, Bhagavad Gita as it is. What is mentioned by Krishna, same only we have to propagate. And how we will propagate it when we are first reading it properly. So next quality is performance of sacrifice. Sacrifice means yajna. So in yajna, so why do we? So this question is: if we need money, what do we do?
Work hard.
We work. And there is other way also to get money. What is that? The cheating or stealing something become a fish. There are two ways of doing things, but one way is proper way, other is improper way. Similarly, all the things in nature are being provided to us by the will of the Lord. Everything is being provided. The sun is there, everything in creation like food stuff, food, which everything is rains is coming from the mercy of the Lord. So performing sacrifice is like an act of gratitude towards God. The oh Lord, we recognize that all things are coming from you, therefore we are offering them back to you. This is a that is why we do offering also. Like whenever we offer food stuff to Krishna and offer bhoga, and Krishna gives us prasad. So this is also same consciousness that we are performing this because we are having gratitude towards Lord. Oh Lord, you are supplying us everything, therefore let it. Just like last class we heard that Brahmana was making offering to Gopal and Nima Pandit used to spoil the offering and passing on. So devotees are offering like that. So why we are discussing this? Because sacrifice means that we are recognizing that we are under the shelter of God and we are being provided by the Lord. So therefore sacrifice is very important. But what is the sacrifice for this age? So here we understand that the sacrifice, the process for the age of Kali Yuga is Sankirtan Yajna. So let's recite this verse. It says, Krite yadhayato Vishnum
Kriteyato Vishnu
Tretayam yajuto makhay
Tretayam yajato makhay
Dvapare paricharyayam
Dvapare paricharyayam
Kalau tadhari kirtana.
Kalau tadhari kirtana.
Read the translation.
Whatever results was obtained in Satya Yoga by meditating on Vishnu, in Treta Yoga by performing sacrifices, and in Dwapara Yoga by serving the Lord's lotus feet can be obtained in Kali Yoga simply by chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra.
So sochiye, Krite Dhyayate Vishnu, they are meditating on the Lord in Satya Yoga, then performing big sacrifices, and Dwapara Yoga by performing elaborate deity worship. Same results can be obtained simply by chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra. So this is a sacrifice that we are being given. No other sacrifice need to be performed for us because in Kali Yuga we don't have the qualification to perform any other sacrifice. We will do big yajna. Okay, big yajna. Okay, start doing. How much amount of ghee required? 100 kilo ghee required. Go and purchase. This much amount of fruit required. This required. That required. We are not able to do that also. And qualified brahmanas have to there. In yajnas, brahmanas are there who will not use matchstick. We use the matchstick na. They will chant mantras and fire will come out. So that kind of pure brahmanas are required. Many things are required. And even if you do one mistake, then whole yajna is spoiled. So there was some pastime I'm forgetting where someone was performing some yajna and he wanted someone who will kill Indra. Some demons were performing yajna and they were wanting a personality to appear who will go and kill Indra. So the brahmanas were chanting shlokas and they did one small mistake and meaning of mantra changed. That mantra's meaning a personality will come out of this yajna who will be killed by Indra. So opposite happened and that became true. So demons were forgetting that exact person. So one personality came who was actually they were doing yajna for killing Indra, but opposite happened. So that much surety and exactness was required. But in name of Krishna, no hard and fast rules are there. We say no hard and fast rules. We can chant anywhere. We can take the names of the Lord. Even bathing is not required. So we say get up in morning. But if not possible, that is also okay. If you are ill and okay. Whatever favorable we accept, but in emergency cases that is also okay. So these are the things. So these are our duties also. So as a duty, initially we may not have love for the Lord. We say that we are doing this because we love Krishna. We offer the things because we love Krishna. But initially that may not be there. But if love is not there, at least these things should be done on a platform of duty. That it is my duty to chant the names of God. It is my duty to do the seva of the Lord. So, like for example, when Mother Sita was being taken away by Ravana, so one personality like witnessed this. Who was it? Jatayu saw that. And who was Jatayu?
Vulture.
He was a bird, vulture, and he was like very old at that time. So he was a very great warrior, but he had grown old, and he was saying that Ravana, who was very powerful demon, and he is taking away Mother Sita. So what he could have done? He could have thought like, I am anyways old. Anyways, if I go, he will kill me. Nothing will happen. And even if I stay here and do nothing, no one will come to know how I was there witnessing this happening. But he said, no. Even if I lose this fight, come what may, I will go and I will perform my duty. Because, and he was also like a friend of father of Lord Ram. He was friend of Dasharatha. So he thought that I will do anything for the service of the Lord. So in Bhagavatam also, if you see Bhagavatam, when the description of different incarnations are there, when Lord Ram's description is there, this pastime is being recited. So out of the full Ramayana, like only few things are being recited. In short, Shukdev Goswami is telling Parikshit Maharaj 7 days you have to complete. So he is importing, he is telling only very few important points, which are very important. And in this few important points, he is mentioning this pastime, that Jatayu was there and he tried to save. So this is like as a duty, like I have to perform seva to the Lord, even if I die. So we can see the result also. When he performed this activity, how was his death? If he didn't perform this, he would have died there, just laying there in old age. But because he performed this activity, because anyways body has to die. So he died in the lap of Lord Ram. So this fortune even his father didn't get. Father Darshat Maharaj died in separation from Lord Ram. But Jatayu died in the lap of Lord Ram, seeing the Lord Ram face to face. That was a very glorious death. So that benefited him. Correct? Na? So whenever we engage in the service of the Lord, we may think that our time is getting wasted, why not study or why not work for office and prepare these people for switching and everything. But ultimately that will benefit us in the long run when we engage in utilize our time in serving the Lord. Okay, next thing, difference in thought process. So what is the difference between thought process of divine and demoniac is that divine person thinks that how to acquire something is important. But the demoniac thinks that how to acquire is not important. What we acquire is important. Correct? Na? So their way of deriving pleasure from the activity is different. So pleasure for a divine person is in the activity itself. So Krishna says that like perform your duty, don't be looking for the result and give up your results to me. Krishna says that in 3rd chapter or 5th chapter both. So the person thinks that, a devotee thinks that I am performing this activity for the pleasure of Krishna. It is not for my pleasure. And in the work itself, in the seva itself, he is finding pleasure. I am doing the correct thing. And results may come, may not come. But the demonic person thinks that रिजल्ट आना चाहिए, मतलब कैसे मिले, चुराना पड़े या कुछ करना पड़े, आई वांट द रिजल्ट. That is his thought process. Next is truthfulness. What do you mean by truthfulness? Dharma. Okay. Truthfulness मतलब in common terms truthfulness is saying truth, saying which is not false. So in different yugas there are like 4 pillars of dharma, like 4 legs of dharma we say na. Those are tapa is austerity, daya mercifulness, saucham cleanliness, and 4 truthfulness. 4th one is this truthfulness. So these are the 4 pillars of dharma from which dharma is standing, 4 legs of dharma. So in each yuga, one of the leg of dharma is lost. And in the Kali Yuga, 3 legs are lost, only leg remaining is truthfulness. So even in Kali Yuga, if a person is truthful, he is respected today. If he is he is merciful, he does not eat meat, he is merciful, and he is not so much respected. But he is truthful, satyavadi hai. So in Kali Yuga also today it is respected. And there is one more meaning of truthfulness. So we say that Truthfulness means that saying something which will help a person to advance in Krishna consciousness. Because apart from this, if you even if you say something to a person, that may be truth in material sense, but that is not helping him anyway. So we should say something which will help a person in progress in Krishna consciousness. So you may have told him many things in life. There is Marathali bridge there. Take left from there. You will go to that place. This is correct only. But how did it help that? So if you tell, take left and there will be one ISKCON center and there is a mandir, you can go there. So that is helping him. So in that way, that is like clear definition of truth. So how to speak truth, how to practice speaking truth is we say something always that is related to Krishna. So that in that way, in real sense, we are speaking truth. Otherwise, everything is false in this world. And so next slide is. And we should also speak from the scriptures, speak from the scriptures of Krishna. So Krishna says there is austerity, like in the section of austerity, Krishna defines that there is austerity of body, there is austerity of mind, and there is austerity of speech. Like what should one speak? There is also austerity for that. So let's recite that shloka for it. Anudvekaram vakyam
Anudvekaram vakyam
satyam priya hitam chaya
Satyam priya hitam chaya
swadhyaya abhyasanam chaiva
Swadhyaya abhyasanam chaiva
Vanmayam tapa uchyate.
Vanmayam tapa uchyate.
Read the translation.
Austerity of speech consists in speaking words that are truthful, pleasing, beneficial, and not agitating to others, and also in regularly reciting Vedic literature.
So three things are there. It should be truthful. Like what we should speak, it should be truthful. It should be pleasing, beneficial, and not fourth thing, not agitating to others. So we should see like what we are speaking should be truthful first of all. Even if it is truthful and it is not pleasing, आपका मतलब आप नहा के नहीं आया आज. This is not pleasing to like in a public place you are saying something. This is not pleasing. So we should not speak that. It should be beneficial also. मतलब we are speaking truth and it is not benefiting anyone. That is also not, and it should not be agitating. So sometimes we keep on arguing that I am correct, you are wrong. You may be correct, but if your correction is not helping the other person, that is not good. For example, there is a road. One road is there, two-way road is there, and from the front one bus is coming or truck is coming, and it is coming in the middle of the road, एकदम बीच में आ रहा है, or you are going in your car. Now you have to decide: should I get down from the road or I keep on going on my lane? What will you do? You will get down or keep on going? Yeah, you will get down. Why are you getting down? Why you are doing correct now? I will follow the correct thing. I am correct. I will go straight. You don't do that. Why? Because like it will hit you and go. So sometimes in relationships we have to, even if we are correct, even if we are truthful, we have to take a path which is submissive. We may be correct, but still for the other person, like if you keep on if you keep on if you are on I will prove that I am correct. I will keep on my left lane and I will die and then I will prove that I was correct. So this is not good. Better take side road, off road, and then go down. So similarly, we should speak like this. Next is simplicity. Simplicity means, what is the meaning of simplicity? City of simple people.
Sadhana, devotee how they live, that is their simplicity.
Devotees live simplicity. Meaning of word simplicity.
Using whatever is just required.
Using whatever is just required is simplicity. So that is simple living. I was saying that. So simplicity, the quality simplicity means that we are what we are outside, we are inside the same. It is not that we are putting some different face. We bhakto ke saath, we are in front of devotees, we act like devotees, and when we go to office, we will act like a full materialist, and when we are going in some other circle, we will act like that. So we should be our same condition in all the situations. That is not a simplicity. Otherwise, like people now like nowadays in offices, we see those who are in offices, like they can easily make out like people like are not so much simple, they are very complicated. So for portraying their good result, nah, I have done this. Actually, like my contribution in this part was very nice. So to portray that, like they will like showcase themselves, show off themselves. I have done this, or you will find out in a, like people conversing or the way they write their mails, CC manager, all of this thing. So you observe that. So as devotees, we should be very simple because this quality of simplicity attracts Krishna. So devotees who are very simple, Krishna is very attracted to them. Who are like showing off and displaying big things. Krishna is people of this world may be attracted to them, but Krishna will never be attracted to those people. Those are not simple. Those are hypocrite. Krishna, like even in like we say, na Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is the most munificent avatar, the most magnanimous. Even Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says that I will not accept a hypocrite. You may be very fallen person, that is okay. But if you are hypocrite, you are saying something, doing something else, then even Chaitanya Mahaprabhu does not accept such a person. There is a pastime like this. We'll discuss later. So one example comes like when Duryodhan was there. Like Duryodhan is like example of being duplicitous. So when if you read the first chapter of Gita, so when that thing comes na, that Duryodhana is describing we have our army and Bhishma is there and Drona is there and these are my warriors and in front they are those warriors and he's saying that we are very confident that we will win and his guru is Guru Drona, you should now take charge of the army because your disciple is there in front and you have to fight nicely. So he is like boasting like, jeetne wale hain. So why he is doing that? Because he is fearful of the army of other side. Arjuna is there, Krishna is there, everyone is there. So he is fearful, but he is showing that मतलब मनोबल बढ़ाना है अपने team का like that. So he is duplicitous. And also when Krishna comes as before the war, Krishna comes as a Shanti Doot for not fighting. Like Pandavas were agreeing like even if you give us 5 villages, we will not fight. So Krishna had gone for that Shanti Mata. So when that happened, then Duryodhana had arranged like many big food items for Krishna, Chappan Bhog, and many items like Krishna will come for his pleasure. But but Krishna didn't accept that because he knew that Duryodhana is not doing this out of love for me. He's doing this because he wants something from me, like I should join his side, like something like that. But he went and took food where? Vidura's house. So there, what did he get to eat? Banana peel only. So instead of eating very opulent food, rice, many things, he went to eat only banana peels. So that wife of Vidura was serving, and out of love, she forgot like what I'm feeding. So she was peeling and giving banana peels. And Krishna is enjoying that. Krishna likes that. So Krishna likes simple devotees. Krishna doesn't like duplicitous people. Next is freedom from anger. Now you tell, why do we feel angry?
Because desire get obstructed.
Because desire
Desire get obstructed with something.
This is the main reason. Unfulfilled desire. You heard this in class maybe. So unfulfilled desire is the cause of anger. So when that class was there, I think on lust and anger. So it was told that when we have desire, lust for something, so if we get that, then greed develops. If we don't get that, then anger develops. So unfulfilled desires. So when person is angry, he spoils his relationship and there is no peace of mind and like practically everything is gone. So if you have experienced that when you were angry, then you will feel that first of all, like your own consciousness will get disturbed. You will disturb others, that is okay for some time, but your consciousness will also get disturbed. So being angry is told like holding a hot iron rod. जैसे गुस्से में अपना हाथ में we are holding a big red hot iron rod. So it is and to hit to someone else. So उठा के मारेंगे किसी को. But before hitting others, your hand is already getting burned. So anger is like that. So when we are angry, even like when we are in bhakti, if we get angry on someone, then our consciousness will not allow us to practice bhakti nicely. It will not allow us to concentrate on Krishna. We may be chanting and Hare Krishna, क्या किया उसने ऐसा मतलब we'll keep on thinking about that person. Correct ना? This happens sometimes. So we should be very careful that when we should not become angry on others. How do we not become angry? What is the solution?
Accepting everything as God's wish.
So we have to focus on the cause. So cause was unfulfilled desires. So when we had a desire for something ourselves, enjoying ourselves, and that got unfulfilled, then we got angry. So in the first place itself, if we don't have any desire other from giving pleasure to Krishna, then we will not feel angry. So how can you feel angry when like you are in seva? You are chanting the names of God. It is for pleasure of Krishna. Have you seen someone after chanting he is very angry? Oh, chanting हो गया हटाओ इसको और भागो यहाँ से. So you will not feel that or like someone is singing kirtan, someone is singing. So in those activities, person find pleasure from within. His mind is peaceful. And so suppose if we get angry somehow, anyways, then what we should do? Then we should focus on the positive things. We got angry, okay, but there is no need to react to that thing. Suppose we got an anger. So devotees are like that, na? So they have this knowledge of shastras and all the understanding of God. So by this there should be a gap between our response. So suppose some person said something to us. So we should not immediately reply what is we are thinking. We may be angry, but we should hold that for some time and allow our thinking to process that. So stimulus comes and we should not immediately react. So devotees are able to stop that. Some stimulus comes, they are able to assess it properly and give a proper reply to that person. Right now? So this is the way we should develop. So actually this practice of bhakti widens that buffer zone between the stimulus and the reactions. We get a space, दिमाग में ऐसा space बन जाता है in which we are able to think what is proper in this situation. So one example comes of one great saint. His name is Eknath. So he was in I think Maharashtra. So you know what him? You know? Tell.
He worshipped the Lord Panduranga. And he read the Abhangada and all things.
So he was a very great devotee of Lord. So one specific pastime regarding anger is that one time he was going to take bath in Godavari river, and on the way what happened, like one person was there, he was like a very rowdy person, and he came and he spit on him, like that on him. So then this saint what he did, like he said nothing, he went on and like he went back into the river and took bath, again started going back. Then again this person saw this person coming and he was angry and again like spit on him, like that. So then he also didn't say anything. He went back, took bath and continued. So like that this happened like 99 times. And then at that time when this happened, then like he was returning. So this person then surrendered to him, like I want to surrender to you, you please become my guru, I have done a very big mistake. So then he said, okay, no problem. So then I have this one question, like I was doing this activity, I was doing this was to make you enraged, but how were you able to control yourself? So then Eknath said that actually this is helping me. Why are you saying this should anger me? Because of you only, I am getting chance to take bath in the river so many times. In the holy river, if we take bath, it is said that our sins from long life will get washed off. So because of you only, I am getting this chance. So he replied like that. So this is the situation of devotee. So any obstacle comes, something does bad to us, we may not be like vulnerable to them. We will take proper steps to safeguard ourselves, but at the same time we will not have any grudge towards them. That इसने मेरे साथ ऐसा किया था, बाद में इसको देखेंगे. Not like that. He might have done something wrong out of because we'll see that in the next section. Fault finding. This is one of the other qualities that a devotee should have aversion to fault finding. So fault finding means finding mistakes in others. So it is said that one should not one should not find fault with others or correct them unnecessarily. So sometimes our outlook itself is wrong. So whenever we see something wrong happening, हाँ ये देखिए ये थोड़ा टेढ़ा है, जरूर जिसने लगाया उसको अकल नहीं है करने की ऐसा ऐसा, we can say like that, we can think like that, कि उसको दिमाग ही नहीं है, or we can say we can give the benefit of doubt to that person. Maybe like this equipment itself is not working properly. Why do you accuse someone else? Some screw is not proper right now. So we can say like that. So give the benefit of doubt to the person. Because on the first glance, we see mistake. We need not conclude that it is like fault of someone. According to situation, it may be the best thing he might have done in that situation. So we should change that outlook. Benefit of doubt. Like in cricket, we do ना that bat जाता है वो रन आउट होता है ना वो क्रीज में, तो benefit of doubt goes to the batsman. So like that only we should also give benefit of doubt to devotees. Like we may be saying that something wrong is happening, we will report it to the authorities, but we will not like point out हाँ आप ऐसे ही करते हैं, हमेशा आप ऐसे ही करते हैं, तो आपको कुछ नहीं आता. Not like that. We don't say like that. And one more thing is that like this world in today's age, we cannot expect that everyone will be मतलब एकदम दूध का धुला हुआ and everyone will be like full of good qualities. Some or the other bad qualities will be there with that person. So if you live with that, stay with that person for some time, you will find like okay, he has some like negative qualities. So everyone is like that. Are we not having bad qualities? And Krishna still is accepting us, correct? No? So we should also forgive. So Krishna is forgiving us. So we should also be ready to forgive. So it is said one of the statement is that if you are ready to forgive, then only you will be forgiven. So if you are ready to forgive others, then only you will be forgiven by God. So, so this is Kali Yuga age, na? So like, so if there is a garbage का can यहाँ रखा है, okay ना? And आप जाते हो उसमें garbage, you go in that can, or that comes गाड़ी वाला है घर से कचरा निकाल, you go in that and उसमें ऐसे खूब खोजते हैं ऐसे और ऐसे निकाल के लाते हैं, हाँ I found the garbage, कचरा मिल गया मुझे. So this is not a big thing. To find garbage in a garbage can, anyone can do that. But if you can find out something good in the garbage can, then it will, I found this diamond in the garbage can. So then it is very nice. So we should be always looking for good qualities in others. Because in this Kali Yuga, people will have faults. And if we are searching for faults, you will get no big problem. Fault ढूंढना है, मिल जाएगा, अभी मिल जाएगा, तुरंत मिल जाएगा. But if you have to find good qualities, then that will require endeavor. So in devotees, we should always be looking for good qualities. So these are the that thing. To call a thief is not permitted. But to call an honest person a thief is very much offensive. So people may not have committed that thing, but still if we call them something bad, that is an offense. So we should make our vision upgrade from lowest to highest. So what are the 5 visions? First one is thinking always bad and speaking always bad. Second is thinking bad and good, but speaking only bad. Third is thinking bad and good and speaking bad and good. Fourth is thinking bad and good, but speaking only good. Fifth one is the best one, thinking only good and speaking also only good. So which stage we are in currently? Third one. So we are thinking good and bad also. Sometimes we say good, sometimes we say bad also. So at least we should reach that platform. That at least we are always speaking good. Thinking good and bad, okay, that will be purified by Krishna. But from our side, we should not speak out something which is bad. So, for example, so Prabhupada also he always used to encourage people. Like for example, one time there was one person who was a thief. He was a thief in India only, in Bombay. So he came to the devotees somehow and he became a devotee. But his habit was there, he used to not sleep at night. He is awake at night. So that was his previous life habit. So their occupation is in the night only. He is awake, wide awake at night. So Prabhupada, people report that this person is not even sleeping at night and the full day he is sleeping, what to do. So Prabhupada called him. Then he said that, okay, I have a very specific service for you. And in the night when I am translating the Bhagavatam, so Prabhupada was used to do, he used to he had one dictaphone. Dictaphone means a machine which will record your whatever you say, like a microphone, it will record. A machine was there in those days, 1970s. So he said that when I am recording the Bhagavatam, the sound is not clear because the sound of dogs barking is coming, and devotees who are typing it out after next day, so they are finding problems in listening to it. So please do this service that in the night you stay out and like in dogs को बाहर होना, keep away these dogs at night. So this was the service he gave. So he didn't find faults. What is this principle of spiritual life is to rise early in the morning and do service whole day and sleep at night? Not like that. He said, okay, it is your nature. I will engage you like this. And one time there was one devotee whose name was Shyam Sundar Prabhu. So he came to Prabhupada that Prabhupada, I am going to jail. So police has caught me and I have to go to jail. So Prabhupada asked why. So he said, okay, Prabhupada, like before becoming a devotee, I used to be a drug dealer. Drug dealer. So Prabhupada said, oh, so he thought that Prabhupada will chastise what. So Prabhupada said, okay, I was also a drug dealer. So Prabhupada, how? Actually, he had his pharmaceutical business before. In India, he had this big business of factory. So he used to deal in drugs. So but I also do drug dealing. So then he got very light. Prabhupada is like, he's not chastising. And Prabhupada then said, okay, Prabhupada, I'm going to jail. So he said, okay, no problem, you can go and preach there. Then Prabhupada said, actually, Krishna was also born in jail. So you can remember that Krishna is born in jail. So Prabhupada is not finding fault that, इसमें गलती है, इसने गलती किया. So yeah, always encouraging. So this is how like people got transformed. Who is this person? Aristocrat. Aristotle. नहीं, थोड़ा पास में. प्लेटो और उनके मास्टर.
Socrates.
हाँ, Socrates. मास्टर है कि नहीं मैं याद नहीं हूँ, कंफर्म करिएगा. Socrates. So Socrates gave this three filter test. So before saying something, we should have this three filter. So first one is that what we are speaking is good or bad. मतलब suppose some conversation is going and some of our friend comes and says that सुना है क्या हुआ? Did you hear what happened? So you should say no, stop. First tell me, is it good or bad? He said it is bad. No need to tell him. You can go. So no need to gossip. Then he said, okay, it is good only. No, it is good only. The next question you have to ask is it, first question was, is it true or false? So next question was, it is beneficial, good or bad. So even if it is true, it is good or bad for me, that goes. The third question is, it is true only, it is good only. Then you have to ask, is this conversation will be benefiting me or not? It may be good, but it is unrelated. मतलब हाँ सही बात है, but not related to me. You should ask this question also. If these things are qualified, then you should accept. आप बोलिए क्या बोलना है, क्या कहने आए थे. So these three questions we should ask. And like he says, one example from like Gita we can take like Krishna also addresses the living entity very nicely. So when Krishna says that Matta Parataram Nanyat, like there is nothing superior to me, Kinchidasi Dhananjaya, then he says Mai Sarvam Idam Protam Sutre Mani Ganaiva. So in that verse he is saying that I am like a thread holding everything. All world, material world, everything is getting hold like a thread in a that garland, moving garland. So he could have also said that, or some other example he could have said, but he is putting himself in a lower position. I am a thread, I am in background, and everything else in this world is like a moti. Look, he's glorifying it. He could have said, I am a thread, and this world is like dust on the thread, and he's not saying like. So he is speaking very nicely in a way like which people can understand. So this is a very nice way of speaking. Even Lord Ram like was used to be like he used like when Parshuram came in that Swayamvar Sabha something. Swayamvar. So when Lord Parshuram came like, who is this who has broken broken the bow of Lord Shiva? Then like he was very much angry, and like then when Lord Ram spoke to him, like he got consoled. So because he spoke very nicely to him. Like he prayed to him very nicely. It is my mistake, but what can be done? Now you can give me punishment. Like he said very nicely. So then like he was peaceful citizen. But when Lakshman spoke, like it was very angry. And who are you to say Lord Ram is the Lord of the universe? He can do anything. Who are you to stop him? Like he said like that. So Lord sets example. And forgiveness is like an ornament. So a light-hearted person never holds any grudges, and he says and like forgets. So we forgive and forget. So Lord Krishna also does like that. So one, so that same example of like holding a hot metal in our hand. Next quality is cleanliness. Cleanliness is of how many types? 3 types. First type is external. External means body and society. Next is internal. Internal means mind and consciousness. What is the third one? थर्ड बताइए, वो गेस कर पाएगा बताइए? Speech, हाँ, related, हाँ,
Action.
हाँ, dealings. So in our words, in our deeds, like no black man or all. So this you already know, like you are very experienced. So we should keep our things and surroundings in our body clean. How to clean body? Like take bath regularly, and how to clean ourselves internally, like chant the names of God, clean our mind, that keeps our mind clean. So like this, and dealings should also be very appropriate and nice. Like in so whenever we are dealing in Lakshmi, like money dealings are there, you should be very like clear and transparent in any dealings that we have. So that is also considered to be cleanliness. So internal cleanliness we'll talk about. So external cleanliness, you know. So internal cleanliness means that we are always thinking of Krishna, and that Krishna takes charge of us, and whatever impurities that we have, lust, greed, anger, pride, illusion, so all these impurities, Krishna himself takes charge and cleans them. So this is the way to make internal cleanliness. आपको खुद मतलब अब आप how will you clean yourself internally? You will not go there with a broomstick and do cleanliness. Krishna will come with his broomstick and he will clean your heart. So whenever we engage in activities of Krishna consciousness, Krishna himself cleans that. मतलब because right now if we मतलब अब देखें अपने heart में क्या है तो ये सब garbage ही मिलेगा. So this photo is there ना. What is Hanuman ji doing? He is opening his chest. So when he was asked that that he was given one mala,
Necklace.
a necklace. So he was plucking one beads and showing that Sitaram is not here. Sitaram is not here. Then someone asked him, Vibhishan asked him, he asked him that you are throwing this very costly necklace away. That what about your body? Does your body also have Sita and Ram? And you are utilizing this body? And he said, yes, Sita and Ram are there in my heart. Then he opened his heart. So then everyone was able to see, like Lord Sita and Ram are there, on the throne, and in his heart also at the same time. So this is like the level of cleanliness like we should strive for. कि हमारा भी अगर heart surgery Krishna is there, okay. It's like that we should get there. At least we should try to do that. Now we'll try to discuss how much time we have. Sometime we have demonic qualities. Quickly we'll say. So let's read this shloka. It says, Dambo darpo abhimanascha
नमोदर्पो अभिमानश्च
Krodha parushameva cha
क्रोधः पारुष्यमेव च
Ajnanam cha vijatasya
अज्ञानं च विजातस्य
Partha sampadamasurim.
पार्थसम्पदमाश्रिन्.
So the first verse we recited for the good qualities, it was 16.1 to 3. So this is the next verse, 16.4. Recite the meaning.
Pride, arrogance, conceit, anger, harshness, and ignorance. These qualities belong to those of demonic nature, O son of Krishna.
So these are demonic qualities. Pride. Pride means person is thinking that I have achieved something, and I am like a some big personality, and I need not take shelter of anyone. I will do things on my own intelligence, on my own experience, on my own mental capacity. I will not take guidance from anyone. So that person is not a pride person. Even in material circle, a pride person is not so much respected. The person, people who are at the very top level of some CEO, or if they are prideful, if a leader is prideful in a company, then the subordinates are not very much in the mood of serving him. they are हाँ अपना काम से काम मतलब ऐसा. But the leader himself is very humble, and he is a real leader is the one who is like in the mood of servant. A leader is the biggest servant becomes a leader. So if one is the mood of servant, then like even material circle is respected. Arrogance, conceit means that's an hypocrisy, showing something else, doing something else. So these are demonic qualities. Harshness, ignorance. So when we have these qualities, then Lord is not pleased with them, and these are known as demonic quality. So one time, one story comes of a frog. Frog was sitting on one coin, and there was a procession going on. Have you heard this story? So a frog was sitting, frog was there on the road. He said, okay, this coin is there, this coin is mine. And he was, मेरा coin है, कौन लेके जाएगा इसको? He was sitting on that coin. And one big procession was going on. The king was coming with his elephants and something. So elephant was coming, big elephant. And this frog is very prideful. कौन आएगा देख लेंगे जो भी आएगा देखा जाएगा. So elephant started walking. So elephant is seeing that frog is there. So frog is shouting, "Who are you? Who do you think you are? Do you think that you can shake me from this road? This is my road. This is my coin. You have come to take my coin." And the elephant is not even listening. He is not even noticing some frog is there. So what happened? Like he stepped on that frog and frog died. So this story comes. So why this story? Like he is very prideful of his position of holding a small coin in front of elephant. So sometimes when we have pride of very very मतलब small things. मतलब हमारा क्या ही है जीवन में, मतलब हाँ हमारा जॉब है, हमारा इतना सैलरी आता है, हम उसके लिए प्राउड हैं. Correct ना? Or I have this quality, or I am very intelligent. But who are you in front of the Lord? Lord's intelligence is much more greater than. But even like you are not the most, you are not most anything. मतलब you will say I am the most richest person, or I am the most beautiful person. I am this. So it is not correct. In this world itself, you see that all the qualities which are not connected to the Lord deteriorate with time. Correct? Na? So if you are richest, if you don't, if you endeavor or not endeavor, some time it will go away. If you are beautiful, like after some time you will get old. If you have some respect in the society, people are respecting you, but after some time the same people will throw stones on you. They will not respect you after some time. So as long as you keep on satisfying them, they are happy with you. As first instance you don't satisfy them, they will say wrong words towards you. So what do we have actually to be proud of in this one? Only thing that we have actually should be proud of. So we have this now that in the subtle body, three things are there. What is subtle body? Mind, intelligence, false ego. So false ego is this false ahamkar is there that I am something, that I am this body. So that is a false ahamkar. So when this false ahamkar is there, soul is not able to identify himself. He is not able to identify that I am the servant of the Lord. So there is a false ego. But the real ego is that I am the servant of the Lord. So when this real ego is there, then the person is in real consciousness. So that is a liberated stage. The next shloka. So this is about how people in demonic qualities, asuras, how they think and do the things. So let's read the translation. Someone read the translation.
They say that this world is unreal, with no foundation, no God in control. They say it is produce of six desire and has no cause of other than lust.
This is 16.8. Next one also you read.
The demonic person thinks, so much wealth do I have today, and I will gain more according to my schemes. So much is mine now, and it will increase in the future more and more. He is my enemy, and I have killed him, and my others' enemies will also be killed. I am the Lord of everything. I am the enjoyer. I am the perfect, powerful, and happy. I am the richest man, surrounded by an aristocratic relatives. There is none so powerful and happy as I am. I shall perform sacrifices. I shall give some charity, and thus I shall rejoice. In this way, such person is deluded by ignorance.
So this is how demonic person thinks. So same thing, Krishna is telling everything in here. He's saying that I have killed him, others enemies will also be killed, I am Lord of everything, I am the enjoyer, I am perfect, powerful, happy, I am the richest, surrounded by aristocratic relatives. So these are the things he is proud of. And the person who has having these demonic qualities, he is not able to surrender to God. That is the main problem. So if you are not able to surrender to God, automatically these qualities will develop. But when you surrender to God, all the divine qualities automatically develop. So one need not have to endeavor for those qualities separately. So if you are in bhakti, performing activities of bhakti, automatically those qualities, that truthfulness, simplicity, study of Vedic scriptures, and what else? What else was there? Huh? Forgiveness, tolerance, and not avoiding fault finding. So these qualities will develop automatically if we are performing sincere bhakti. Sincere bhakti attracts, makes us develop these qualities. So this is the meaning of maturity. Matlab, what is maturity? Maturity means that we understand that we are right now not in good state, but if we perform bhakti, all these qualities will develop. So sometimes people say ना कि अभी मतलब even in devotee association, people find that sometimes like devotees are not so much good. Maybe outside first people are better than devotees, and they are having so much good quality. They talk so nicely. They are very nice. They help us so much in our office and this and that. The problem is that let's analyze this. So what is this? These are two cricket balls. So which one is higher? Which one is higher?
It depends on
It depends on.
the way from where we are looking.
अरे हाँ ठीक से देखिए which one is higher? हाँ ball two is higher. हाँ let's go. So and both are moving upwards. Okay. So now see the other situation. Which is higher? Right now.
Right now, ball
हाँ but after some time what will happen? Ball one is going to go higher. So this is important. So where we are right now is not so important, but where we are heading towards, that is like more important. So people who are clear, matlab, those who are progressing very nicely in materialism, they may look nice towards from outside. कि हाँ बहुत अच्छा है, humble है, सारा क्वालिटी दिखता है उसमें, ये सारा मतलब humble है, truthful है, and he is also tolerant, he does not find faults. We may find those qualities in some portion, but if he is not surrendered to God, slowly he is going to come down. He is going in a wrong direction. But of a person who is a devotee, he just not become a devotee, he does not have these qualities, he is struggling with them. But because he is taking shelter of the Lord, slowly he will develop these qualities and he will progress further. So sometimes we find that devotees, non-devotees in our offices or in our colleges, we see that people who are not devotees, they are progressing very nicely. और उनका मतलब अच्छा मार्क्स आ रहा है और मतलब अच्छा हाइक मिल रहा है, ये हो रहा है, वो हो रहा है, मतलब they are going very fast in their life. But problem is that where we have to go, that also is important. Like suppose a bike is there, a bike चला रहा है, some car is there and it is going very fast, but the direction is not decided. So we have to go there, but he is going fast, but he does not know where to go. He is going fast in the opposite direction. So that is not helpful. You may be fast, but you are going in opposite direction. So you may be having good qualities, okay, but you are not utilizing those good qualities in the service of God. A person who is slow, but he is heading towards the correct direction. He is utilizing whatever he has. He does not have those qualities, but he is utilizing whatever he has in service of God. Then he is like better situated because he will progress towards the goal. Other person will develop. कहीं भी वो accident तो कहीं चला जाएगा. Next is how to acquire these qualities. So it is there by association of devotees. In association of devotees, practice bhakti, and these qualities will be coming. So let's recite this verse. Krishna says this: Purusha prakriti stohi.
Purusha prakriti stohi.
Bhukte prakriti janguna.
Bhukte prakriti janguna.
Karanam guna sangasya.
Karanam guna sangasya.
Sadasad yoni janmasu.
Sadasad yoni janmasu.
The living entity in material nature thus follow the ways of life, enjoying the three modes of nature. This is due to his association with that material nature. Thus he meets with good and evil among various species.
So here Krishna is saying, living entities in the material world thus follow the ways of life, enjoying three modes. This is through association. Karanam good sangasya. Karan is good sangas. Good means the modes of material nature. Sangas means association. So we become what we associate with. So if you if you are in a company of drunkards, you will also become drunkard in some way. College में आप you stay in hostel with the people who are drinking. After 1 month, you are also you will find that you are starting to cigarette पी रहे हैं सब कर रहे हैं. And but if you stay with devotees, automatically you also become a devotee. So we have to be very vigilant in like to whom we are associating with. We may be talking with many people. Like talking is okay. मतलब बात करना है, there is no problem in talking. हाँ, प्रभु जी told that don't need to associate with non-devotees. Office नहीं जाएंगे, college नहीं जाएंगे. Not like that. We can talk with them, have our dealings. But association means something deeper. Association means that we are trying to inculcate his qualities. That is the meaning of real association. So association का मतलब यही है ना, association with devotees. Associating with devotees means coming with devotees and performing bhakti. Not that coming with devotees and like watching movies. Devotees के साथ movie देखने चलते हैं और वहाँ पे अभी IPL हो रहा है और चलते हैं. So this is not association with devotees. Association is not physical association. Association means association in consciousness. So so in this, if we associate, we have to be very careful. And other thing is that whenever we find something like which is not favorable for bhakti, we can avoid it. For example, we are going on a road in a bus, from the window we are seeing something, and some billboard is there, but the ad is there, some actress is there and she is not in proper clothes, and we came across that scene. But so we got associated, like glimpse of that. But then we have the choice whether we want to look again or not. If we are looking again, so then we are associating with that, and then we will also get that, we'll associate that with those modes of material nature. But we make the conscious choice that okay, accident can happen. One time looking can happen. But again, if we are not looking, then it is like we are giving priority to Krishna. We are setting priority. So in our life also, we should set priorities in life. We are doing many things. मतलब अभी तक कितने चीजें करते हुए आ रहे हैं जीवन में. मतलब many things we have done in life. मतलब you are job going people, you are studying in college. So much things we have done. We have duties also to perform. But we have to decide what is the priority in life. For example, you are given one jar, and in that jar you have to put stones, you have to put sand, and you have to put water. Jar is of some specific size. So there, some person comes, you put the water. Pineapple, हाँ ये थी pineapple. Okay. Now हाँ क्या है? अच्छा, sand डाल देते हैं. Okay, now sand. Now water is already there. When you put sand, water is coming out, and then on top of that you're putting stones, and that is also coming out. But the proper way is first put the stones. First put the stones. Then if you put sand, it will seep in the gaps. And even in the gaps of the sand, when you put water, it will also go. So that is a good way of arranging the jar. Similarly, in our life also, first things we have to do first. ये नहीं कि भक्ति मतलब कि हाँ साइड में एकदम लास्ट में दिन हो गया, जॉब से वापस आ गए, अब क्या हो चैटिंग बाकी, 8 राउंड बाकी, हाँ चलो अब कर लेते हैं. Not like that. First priority in my day is bhakti. I am doing that. Other things I will adjust. Slowly to new people we say, keep on doing your things and add Krishna in your life. But with time, this should come that okay, my priority in life is Krishna. Other duties I will perform so that I can be peaceful in life. Because if you don't do job now, your parents will say, what are you doing? And if you don't go to college you are sent here to study and you are not studying. So that things will come. And if you don't do job, how will you sustain? Which means only to say. So those things are necessary, but those are not the goal of life. So one example when Prabhuji gives like the duties that we have in life is like going to toilet. Everyone goes to toilet, na? So here there is a bathroom. Like we can go to toilet. But if a person thinks that goal of life, my life is to go to toilet, that is incorrect. कि हमको टॉयलेट जाना है तो वहीं खड़े रहेंगे, जब भी टॉयलेट आएगा तुरंत कर लेंगे. तो दैट इज नॉट गोल ऑफ लाइफ. यू मे डू टॉयलेट, मतलब आपको आ रहा है तो आप जाएंगे, दैट एवरीवन हैज टू डू, दैट इज ओके. बट गोल ऑफ लाइफ समथिंग एल्स. यू हैव टू डू मेनी अदर इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग्स इन लाइफ. So similarly, we should like take this chance, human form of life, that we are taking good steps towards Krishna, And whenever we take steps towards Krishna, Krishna also reciprocates. So that is the joy of bhakti. मतलब if we perform little step, we also feel happiness. आप करके देखिए और try करिए. अभी थोड़ा सा step लेंगे कृष्ण, if you sacrifice something for Krishna, you will feel happiness from inside. In other activities, you will not feel. If you sacrifice for some other worldly person, उसको तो पहले बार पता ही नहीं चलेगा आपने कुछ ऐसा उसके लिए किया भी था. But for Krishna, if you do, Krishna is watching every time. Like when Lord Jagannath is there, na? Jagannath has big eyes. So it is said Lord Jagannath has big eyes because he's trying to see what my devotees is doing for me. मतलब even if this मतलब if you see Jagannath, he's like ऐसा घूर के देख रहे हैं ऐसा क्या क्या कर रहा है आदमी. So like that, he's trying to find the good qualities in us. Whatever small endeavor we have done to come closer to him, and he neglects other things. Other things he closes his eyes. But for good things that we perform, he is like constantly watching us. So therefore, like we should be like very much ready to accept the next steps in bhakti. And whatever commitments we have, like chanting some rounds, 16 rounds, 8 rounds, like whatever rounds we are doing, we should continue that and come to the level at which like our acharyas want us to be. Like Prabhupada said that minimum 16 rounds. So slowly we have to come to that level. And we have to read books every day. So these are the practices of bhakti. So our sadhana should always be very strong. Sadhana means, what is sadhana? Sadhana means chanting, reading, and hearing. So hearing and attending session. So and in the association of devotees. So this is all that we should try. Okay, so we'll reach the end. Are there any questions? Question answer time. पूछिए. Any doubts you have? Any feedback you have? Any comment you have?
Prabhuji.
Mhm.
So in a real life, if we follow the not follow the demonic quality. For example, in office,
Mhm.
we are like not showing our ego or something else,
Uh-huh.
then it will be like harmful. I saw most of the time. Because people are not taking seriously at that time. So if we are doing for that phase and we not doing in the devotional path or devotee, so is it okay or like?
So we have to see what result that activity will lead to. So if you are very humble, जो भी होगा चलेगा, मेरे साथ कुछ भी कर दो चलेगा. So we may not be so gullible that person takes a wrong advantage of us, because you are a devotee and that is harmful for him also. If he takes a wrong advantage of you, so he is offending a devotee, so he will get good reactions. So we should see that whatever actions are there, we perform them correctly, and we in these situations like office like situations, so we should be doing activity which is normal. मतलब कुछ ज़्यादा उस extreme, there should not be extremes. So if you go on extremes and हाँ मतलब I will not eat with you, you stay away from me, मतलब like we should not do like that. If you do like that, they will think they will have some outlook of a devotee. Devotee मतलब ये मतलब दुनियादारी छोड़ देता है अपने में मस्त रहता है, like that. So you will miss the preaching opportunities. But if you behave properly and show good qualities in a proper way, not so much that they take advantage of you, so they will also have good outlook toward devotees. And in some future, if you find some association of devotees, they will have like, devotees are good people. That guy was there in my office. He used to talk to me nicely. Like that they will think. So we should talk nicely, but we should be careful also. Like we should not share we should not associate with them. So that is the difference. Associating means like sharing our heart. वो ऑफिस वाले का आपको पता है मेरा माला अच्छे से आज नहीं हुआ. Not like that. Not share everything. मतलब that we can associate with devotees, but not with but
Correct. So I'm asking, for example, eating fish. I'm not eating non-veg. So why not eating? That should be like common questions for everybody.
So then we have to read Shastras very nicely. We should be able to answer. So there is a way to answer everything. So like when I went to office first day, so I came from work from home, so I was a new joiner there. So when new joiners there, everyone comes, इसको सिखाते हैं मतलब this, let's go, let's have some coffee, ऐसे. So that my director called me like, Shirang, let's go for coffee. So I said, I don't drink coffee. I told him directly, you don't drink coffee? No. So then okay, he said okay. So then they called for lunch. New person they have to show na. I don't know where is first floor. First floor. Where is that place to eat? So they are calling me. So I came with my lunch box. अपना तो duty का IBC से lunch box lunch box. I opened the lunch box and started eating. Then I offered prayers also like this, closing my eyes. I said, hey, what is this? So then he asked me, okay, where did you get this? Is your family living? So I told him everything on the first day. Not my family. I am staying, getting this from temple. So then, which temple? Temple is giving me food. I said, ISKCON temple gives 3 times. Lakshmi is 3,000, 5,100, 3 times, 2 times. I told everything. I told you. So that like they were first day itself it is clear. This is the person who will eat his own thing. Like no sharing of food. But it may be difficult in those cases in which you are not a devotee. They know the friends or your colleagues know you before you are a devotee, and now you are transforming into a devotee. So there will be a problem. For me, like this is the first hand. So the first hand is this person is always like this. But if you are not like this and you slowly turning into devotee, then कुछ तो गड़बड़ कर रहा है like this. So we'll talk later. So we have to go there. I have to go because we'll have one class, some group discussion is there. Call is coming. So we'll end there. And here, Granth Raj Shiva Bhagavad Gita ki jai, Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki jai. मैं बाहर हूँ, आ रहा हूँ 5 मिनट. आप कहाँ हैं?